Hey, Tom. I
And
didn't ask yesterday, but have you had everybody healthy and available the first couple practices? Is there anybody who hasn't been available?
uh, pretty much everyone, Austin Rivers has uh, a groin pull, and we're being very cautious with that. So he's doing parts of practice, but not a lot yet.
Steve Popper, Newsday.
Hey, Tom. I know you talked the other day about some of the things that you see with Mitchell Robinson and trying to preach to him. With his defense, he had a lot of foul trouble in the past. Is that something you see and kind of are working already, trying to find ways to correct?
Yeah, I think, and that's been the emphasis in training camp, obviously, for a couple of days, is just working. We start with individual fundamentals, and then we'll, of course, build up to the team schemes. But there's a lot of great instincts that he has, in his ability to, protect the rim is elite. So obviously, keeping him on the floor, getting him to play with a little more technique, I think he could be even more disruptive. But he has a very big upside defensively.
Mark Berman, New York Post.
Hey, Tom, I was just wondering about Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. What was the idea of bringing him back? It seems his stock really has fallen. And also, I think I asked you yesterday, but you didn't answer. What do you think of the schedule? A lot of road games to start up early on, and with everything going on, I mean, with all those rules and stuff. What's your takeaway on that schedule?
Every year when the schedule comes out, I think every coach feels like you got the worst schedule in the league, and if you have a lot of road games early, that means you're going to have a lot of home games late, and so whatever we have to face, we're excited about that opportunity, and the challenge for us is to be ready. We're playing high caliber teams right off the bat. That'll be a good measuring stick for us. But for us, we have to focus on daily improvement. So we'll know exactly where we are, keep working and concentrate on that improvement. There's a long way for us to go.
Ian Begley, SNY.
Guys, oh, sorry, Tom. Tom, I know you talked yesterday about MSG and the organization doing everything they can to, offset the risk with the virus. And I'm sure every team in the league is going to do everything they can. But just, with the close contact throughout the season and you're indoors and traveling and all that, what's your concern level like with the possibility of somebody getting it or games being interrupted or things like that?
Well, very concerned because it's serious, so I think it's important for us to follow all the protocols. I think I mentioned yesterday, Dr. Callahan and Roger Hines, they've been diligent with us, and I think that's critical. But obviously, what's going on in the country is very concerning.
Jeff Bondi, Daily News.
Hey, Coach. You have a pretty big assistant staff, and some of these guys you hadn't worked with before. Have you been delegating more than you have in the past? What's this whole dynamic been like for you? Has it been an adjustment?
It's been great, and obviously, I'm very pleased with our staff. I think we have a terrific staff, very diversified, guys at different stages of their careers, guys with a lot of different type of experience, high character guys, all great teachers, all hardworking guys. And so it's been terrific. And you're always trying to get new ideas, new thoughts. And of course, the challenge for us is this is our first time through. So each day we're learning a lot about each other, but I'm very excited about the staff that we have.
Mark Berman, New York Post.
Yeah, Tom, Michael Kidd Gilchrist, what was the idea of signing him? Obviously his stock had fallen a bit. What was the thinking there?
The
And
first,
I just in terms of Mitchell, every year we write about that he's going to start taking jump shots and 3-point shots. Do you believe this will be the year?
well, I don't know. I like, well, and I apologize for not getting to your question number two about Michael Kidd Gilchrist. So let's start there so you don't have to come back again. But, Michael's been around and he's had a lot of different experiences. And I think the challenge for him is the way our league has changed. He has to find a way to fit in. But the one thing that he's always been a great competitor. And so hopefully he could add to the group, his experiences, being a veteran, working hard, and he's done that for us. So that part has been good. And oftentimes you see guys go through different things in their careers. I've had a number of players that started off, where things went well and then they didn't go well. And, it doesn't mean it has to stay that way. You can change it again. And some guys start off slowly and then take off later. So, the best thing about the NBA is you get challenged every day from the day you come in till the day you go out. And if you're a competitor, that's what you live for. Mark, what was question number two? I forgot that.
The second question was about Mitch taking jump shots.
Oh yeah. So the thing about Mitch is we're in a day and age where you want guys to be all around players. You want them to have the ability to make plays off the dribble, put it on the floor, make plays in the post. Obviously, the way he finishes around the basket is special and unique, and that's his strength and will always be his strength. But I would never want to put a lid on what he can become. We've seen throughout the league where guys that historically have been inside players have moved out to the perimeter, and usually you start with a corner three. And so if he can get to the point where he's comfortable with his free throws and then extend out beyond that, so be it. But that's something that we do want him to work on, but we also want him to play to his strengths and cover up whatever weaknesses he may have. And the big thing is every day come in and try to get better. And hopefully he'll do that throughout the course of the year. And as I mentioned, there's a huge upside with him. And so if he's willing to work and make the commitment, there's no telling what he can do.
And our last question comes from Steph Bondi, Daily News.
Hey, Coach, with Kevin Knox, he obviously has the size and maybe not the strength, but the height and the length to be an elite wing player. But there were questions coming in about his motor and everything, and his shot wasn't very efficient in the first couple of years. How can he improve, and what do you think about his upside as well?
Well, he's had 2 really good days of practice so far. And I hope he can sustain that over a long period of time. But he's a young guy that has to get better. I think in looking at the shots that he had taken last year, the ones that he took, which I would quantify as good shots, he made those. So I think he started pressing and took some tough shots. But when Kevin Knox takes good shots, he's going to make them. So he's put a lot of time into his shooting. I think he's gotten stronger. But he's got to continue to work. And if he does that, Kevin Knox will be fine.